Thank you, everybody, for joining this Facebook Live. I know that many of you have been waiting for this, for me to come out and show everybody this amazing idea that my friend Philip introduced to me. And it's about the secret tax that we're not thinking about enough. And he came to me and he was talking to me about it. And I'm like, what do you mean the secret tax? And he's like, the inflation. He started opening my eyes. We see this whenever we're at the gas pump. You know, we feel the pain of the dollars extra we're spending on Subway sandwiches or the drive-through or the grocery market. There's dollars added to everything, and we're feeling the pain about it, but we don't want to think about it. We don't want to think about it. We'd rather get our mind off of that and onto something else. And the thing about what Philip's telling me is like we don't think about it enough. I said, what do you mean not we don't think about it enough? He's like, no, you think about it because it hurts, but you don't think about it enough. When you think about it enough, your mind will go into a place where you'll make a way out. And before we get into our presentation, I want to just stop and just go ahead and just say, everybody, it's 9/11, and we want to take a moment of silence. And remember, these two lights represent twin towers. And in those twin towers, there was very important people on this earth that are no longer here. They have family left behind. They have memories, photos, pictures, little babies that are now adults, that never saw their dad, and because of something like this. Let's take a moment of silence and honor 9/11. Let's do that now. All right. God bless our country. God bless the U.S. We're going to move forward in the presentations. Had to do that. It is 9/11. So we're going to open the eyes, peel back some layers of understanding concerning the secret tax. Philip is going to be going in and digging deep, exposing the secret tax and how it's affecting, how it has been affecting. And Philip, let's take it away.
Thanks for having me, Federico.
Yes, no problem. Thank you.
So I started looking into, what was going on and seeing all of these things happening. And it led me to looking at precious metals and, seeing the secret tax. And that tax is inflation. But I wanted to have something where I can build, because I was tired of seeing all these charts and how over time, you're just losing money, losing value. So I've come across this where I have the ability to use silver and gold to build assets, and it can build yourself with personal development, and then have the ability to build a business with the system. So what is the secret tax? Well, it is inflation. So inflation is actually when you lose purchasing power because there's money added to the supply, a rise in prices, which can be translated as a decline in purchasing power. And, the inflation rate for the United States, is that 8.5% annually for July 2022. So it jumped up a lot. Inflation went up a lot.
12 months, 8.5%. Think about that, ladies and gentlemen. In 1 year, 8.5%. And it says July 2022 after rising 9.1 previously since November of 1981, the year I was born. Wow.
And so, that's a lot considering, the Federal Reserve has a target of 2% annual inflation rate. So
that's the target, 2%.
And they have reasons for, why they want to have inflation. But that means if there's going to be inflation, your dollars are always going to be losing value.
So, ladies and gentlemen, what Philip is saying is that inflation is a function of the supply and demand for money, meaning that producing relatively more dollars is causing each dollar to become less valuable, forcing the general price level to rise.
Yes. So if you're holding dollars and the supply is increasing, the dollars you hold are losing value.
Interesting.
Yeah. So looking
Look
back,
at this.
how would you like to get some of these prices right now?
Is that a house for $25,000 in 1971? The average rent in 1971, you spend $150 per month. To go to school at Harvard, it's 2,600. Gas was 40 cents per gallon. This isn't the Brady Bunch days, ladies and gentlemen. Coffee for a pound was 98 cents. Bacon, 80 cents per pound.
So this year is actually an important year. So what happened in 1971? Like you saw those prices and you're like, wow, like people made about 10,000 a year for their income. So what happened in 1971? This is when we came off the gold standard and led to the end of the Bretton Woods Agreement. So, that agreement was, gold was the basis for the US dollar.
That's what the Bretton Agreement
Yeah.
is. What does it
So
say there? Go ahead and read that.
then other currencies around the world then could be pegged to the US dollar. So that would give it stability. And see, at this time, anybody that had dollars, like they if they were in another country, like they could, basically be able to exchange dollars for gold.
Okay.
But that gave currency more stability. So this ended 1971. There wasn't anything to keep money in check. So then if there's nothing keeping that in check, they can print money. And they did. So
Paper money.
yeah, paper. So how much money was being printed? If you look, at this chart, you could see like clearly it increases and even massively in 2020. And that's when, we really started to feel the pain at the pump and all that.
Yes.
So this chart, it tracks money supply consisting of physical currency and what's in bank accounts. So just a nice visual to see like, wow, okay, so money is being added to the supply. So what are some of these effects? Going back at that time when, they came off that standard, you can see more and more dual income, couples. So it was getting harder for people to make ends meet.
So in 1970, there was a lot of men that were working and they were providing for the family alone, women at home with the kids. And then as time increases, both spouses are needing to work if they're going to even make ends meet. That's what chart is
Yeah.
displaying.
So it's showing you like one is going down, the other one is increasing.
But the shift happened whenever this happened in 1971.
So when you look at like these charts, and I have all this information I can share with you, but when you look at this, you see like, wow, okay, this is that year, and then this is
Yeah,
what happened.
look what
So
happened after. There's a cause and effect.
so here's another way to look at it. So same year, this tracks growth in productivity and hourly compensation. So the compensation includes wages and benefits.
What people get paid per
Yeah,
hour
so,
when they're working,
yeah, so productivity increased, but
but they're getting
compensation
paid.
it couldn't keep up. So
It plateaued. Look at that. It goes straight while the demand to produce moves up.
I'm sure there's greed in here and everything, but things are getting harder, and what you earn is worth less.
But again, the shift happened in 1972. Interesting.
Yeah. So you can see that. So that's why it's a good idea to find ways to outpace inflation or have a store of value. And I really like Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad. He says it the best because we're talking about these precious metals today. If I have cash and I can't find a way to put it into real estate or my business, I hold it in gold and silver.
That's right.
And then even JP Morgan, gold and silver are money, everything else is credit. But that makes you think, if I work hard for my money and I'm putting it into a coin, well, how much can a coin actually be worth? So here's some more information I wanted to share with you today.
Okay.
This is probably the rarest coin. This auctioned for $18.9 million.
Wow.
Because for some of that time, gold was illegal for Americans to hold and trade.
Illegal from what
Illegal.
time?
From 1933, and then they have this article from 1933. It was the Gold Reserve Act.
What does that say?
Uh,
Let's see. It says under executive order of the president. Wow. All persons are required to deliver on or before May 1st, 1933, all gold coin, gold bullion, and gold certificates now owned by them to a Federal Reserve Bank branch or agency, to any member bank or Federal Reserve System. Basically, an executive order saying bring your gold in because it's illegal for you to have it. From 1933 all the way to 1974, that's crazy to think about. It's insanity, right? Think about it. The Brady Bunch, they were in a good position to buy some gold because it just was able to be purchased. It was illegal.
yeah, crazy to think. And then here's another way to kind of look at what's happened to the dollar. You have these dates in here. So you got, 1933, that's when that happened. But before that, in 1929, that stock market crash happened, right? And then, the Great Depression. So I'm sure people were hoarding gold, and, I'm sure the governments wanted it. So that's why they took it from people. So they were accumulating all this gold.
Mm-hmm.
We'll never see, I mean, it seems like you never see a government giving up their gold. So I think about that. But then from 33 to 44, the Bretton Woods Agreement, that's when the dollar became the world reserve currency. So the dollar was pegged to gold, was the basis of it. And then other currencies could be pegged to the dollar. And then dollars, people trust the dollar. That's why it has value. It's fiat money.
It's the only reason because it's just paper.
It's just paper, not, something more real. And then, you can see over time in the chart, like 71, the oil crisis in the 70s, but that's when, we came off that gold standard, and then the dollar just continues to devalue. So it's interesting to look at it like that. So secret tax. So let's look at an example, just to see, like, okay, if we were 20 years ago in 1992. Now, if I had 10 grand, like here, Freddie, here's 10 grand.
Right.
$10,000.
When I was 11 years old, you give me $10,000.
Yeah. Imagine if a relative, like, hey, Freddie, put this in your piggy bank, put this in your safe under your mattress, right?
Right. 11-year-old boy. Okay. Thanks, uncle.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that $10,000 was actually worth $20,218. So it would be like they gave you 20 grand, not 10. So that means that money sat there the whole time, losing value. Now you only have $10,000, not $20,000.
So if I would have just took the cash when I was 11, my uncle gives me 10 G's, and I said, thanks, uncle, put it under my pillow for all that time, I lose value. But had I put that in silver, what does it say? Silver price of 2022, that amount would be $27,430.35.
So
Wow. Well, look right there. Tavi Costa says silver is the cheapest metal on earth, and I will continue to buy it because it doesn't deserve the sub $30 an ounce price tag. He says we're going to see flows of capital coming into the market space. It's a very thin market, and I would expect to see an explosive move to the upside. That's Tavi Costa.
yeah, it's pretty interesting. So when you
Mm-hmm.
look at that, what happened from 20 years ago, right? The secret tax. So the annual inflation over that time was 2.37%. So if you had that $10,000 and you did not find a way to put it in an investment or put it in gold or silver, something that could outpace inflation or be a store
Right.
value, you lose money, like, because that's how it works.
Every year,
Yeah.
2.37% to be exact.
So when you think about it, it's like, wow, okay, if you took that $10,000 and you decided I'm going to just buy silver or gold, you still would have made a gain. Like you would have still had that 20,000 value and have a gain just by letting it sit there in silver at that time,
Interesting.
based on all these numbers.
Yes.
So it's crazy, but that's the secret tax that people, they're not thinking about.
And what does Robert Kiyosaki say right there? What?
Well, it's that quote again: if I have cash and can't find a way to put it into real estate or my business, I hold it in gold and silver.
If he has extra cash on the side, he's have nothing to do with it because he's so rich. I'll put it in gold and silver.
Yeah, I actually have someone I want to bring on here, and John. I want to welcome John. He loves silver, and he's been stacking some silver. And I was hoping John could share and show us some of his silver today. But John, can you introduce yourself? Just let us know like why silver, and like what made you really get into this. And after we've talked and looked at this program, but what was it that really made you like get that moment where you're like, silver, I need to get silver?
Well, thank you, Philip. Thank you, Freddie. Thanks for having me on here. Um, so I'm John. Spent the last 20 years of my life, waiting for something big to happen to me, waiting for my big break, playing the lotto, trying to find the easy way out, just like everybody does. One day somebody told me about Bitcoin when it was around $400 or so. Soon after that, Bitcoin was worth $20,000. And I told myself, like, wait a minute, I'm missing something here. So, there's something going on here that, I need to take advantage of or, teach myself, educate myself on. So, I got into crypto and everything. Gold and silver have always been in the back of my mind, but it's never really exciting to me. It's more like stocks and politics, boring stuff, but everybody knows about gold and silver, but, why? So when you ask me why silver, I'm asking why not silver? Why not silver? Silver's been around for more than 5,000 years. It's been a store of value. It's been trusted. So if you ask me, 5,000 years compared to the monetary system that we have now, which is only a few years, then that answers the question: why silver? Silver is approximately 50% of the annual silver supply is used in industrial applications like electronics, batteries, solar energy, pharmaceuticals, the tablets that you're on right now, the cell phones, laptops, all the lighting that we use, everything, electric vehicles, anything that's, technology that we use today. This behind me, everything has silver in it. So this solar panels, we go to solar panels, each solar panel uses about half an ounce of silver. Each house has about 6 to 9 solar panels, give or take.
Mm.
So the Biden and Harris administration, there's a new initiative. By the year 2035, they're expecting 72 million homes to have solar panels. Now, that's just solar panels alone. That's going to increase the demand of silver by a large supply. That's just solar panels. We're not talking electric vehicles, batteries, electronics. I mean, in the next decade, the next 2 decades, the demand for silver is going to increase by far the most. It's gonna surpass gold, which is only 10% of industrial demand.
Wow.
So when you ask, why silver? I mean, the demand is there, the store value is there. It's like a savings account that you could hold in your hand.
Wow, some really good points.
Yeah.
I don't mean to interject here, but I just wanted to bring up something I saw on the web. There are things that are being created known as smart cities. Smart cities are cities that are being created where everything is integrated with technology, like the streets on another level, cameras everywhere, your ability to walk in your house and you speak in the air and lights turn on, but already built. You don't have to go buy a device to make it happen. the city itself is built like that. And I'm sure that,
Wow.
like you said, John, silver is going to be used in this technology as well.
Yeah, it's used in all that technology. But also the main reason why I really like it too. That would be the investment part of why I like silver. But the main reason also is what Philip was, showing us right now as far as the inflation and stuff. Central planners, the government, they've been printing money. They printed 5 times the money supply in the past decade, the past 2 decades. Now, do the math there. That's the value of our dollar is going down as it sits in our bank.
Yeah.
Once I did my research on this, I had a savings account. It wasn't big, but I immediately, sent my money elsewhere. Part of it in silver, part of it in crypto. But silver is mainly the store of wealth. That's my new savings account. Right now in the bank, I have $20 in my savings account. Everything else is in silver. I got some here if you would like to see it.
Yeah, actually, I was gonna see. Can we take a look at some of your coins?
I do have some. So I'm going to show you here. This is one of my favorites here. This is a NEO 2022 Roaring Lion. Hopefully it doesn't come out too blurry there.
Yeah, that looks nice.
So this is a 5-ounce coin. There's only 1,000 minted of these worldwide. There's Queen Elizabeth.
How many did you say?
There's only 1,000 worldwide. So this is more of this is a high premium collector's piece. So you are going to pay a slight premium on here, but you got Queen Elizabeth II, rest in peace. So, this is more of a collector's piece. Now, if you want to go more for weight, I have something here. This is more towards spot price. This is something that I would sell if it came down to it. If I, if I ever need to sell something, this would be it. I won't sell my collector's pieces or anything. I also have the Queen's Beast here. I didn't pull this out earlier, Philip, but I wanted you to see this one.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could see it.
It's really shiny.
Well, let's see. It's almost there. There it goes. It just zoomed in.
Yeah.
Nice. Look at that. Look how thick it is to the side.
Yeah, this is a 2-ounce, and I don't have my gloves on. Shame on me, but yeah, this is more of a thing that I won't sell.
Ooh,
that's
nice. So this other stuff here, this stuff I would.
Those look amazing. Man,
those are those.
Thanks for showing us that, John. So I have to ask, with silver, I came across this and I jumped into this and researched this, but I wanted to bring you on here so you can let everybody know, why did you get involved with Quicksilver?
Quicksilver. So, like I said, silvers and gold's always been in the back of my mind. I think, Philip, you kind of told me about it because we talked about crypto when we first met and everything. And you were talking to me about silver. I was like, oh, silver, blew it off. And then you sent me your Quicksilver link. And then, I didn't look at it the first time. You sent it again. I didn't look at it the second time. You sent it the third time. Okay, let me see what this guy's got here. So the first thing I went was I clicked on the shop, took a look at the silver there, and I'm like, hey, wait a minute. So I'm gonna buy silver anyway. And I saw your referral name on there. And I was like, wait a minute, he's doing this? So I could do this too. Wait a second. So, I kind of dug a little deeper, looked at everything. And I was like, okay, I want to do this. Signed up right away, challenge package, 10 coins of silver, let's go. And then after that, I started doing my research. I didn't even see any of the video information that you had provided or anything like that. I just knew what I had to do instinctively as a human being,
Yeah.
And I jumped on. So at that point, I started doing my research. This is where I found out what's going on here. What am I doing? So Quicksilver, it makes it easy to accumulate silver and generate an income at the same time just by sharing this information with other people. It's as simple as that. So, you got people, waiting on the side, maybe watching this video that you're unsure about silver, you're unsure about Quicksilver. Just do 1 hour of research on silver itself, and you'll know, hey, this is the way to go. Quicksilver makes it fun to learn, grow, and earn at the same time. I mean, even if you're, not doing too well or whatever, you're still winning by accumulating silver. This is why this company is amazing. There's nothing out there like this. with a product like this. This product has been around for more than 5,000 years, like I said before. There's other companies out there where you could do protein shakes and stuff like that, make an income. You guys still hear me there?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, my camera just went out, but I'm going to continue. So, there's other companies out there where they do protein shakes and stuff like that. You'll have a big supply in your garage, but this product here, that you're actually building your wealth as you share this information with other people. And not only that, this company, they compensate you for that by sharing this with other people. It's amazing.
Mhm.
So, if you ask me why Quicksilver, there's no other option. It's a win-win-win situation.
Awesome. Thank you for taking the time to show us your coins, and share everything with us and your experience. I want to turn it back over to Federico, and thank you, Federico, for letting me share this with people, the secret tax, some of the things that has happened throughout history. I want people to know, like, gold was illegal at one point. Precious metals, you're not going to see people giving up their gold. So thank you, Federico.
Well,
Hey, thank you guys.
hey, thank you, John, for that. John said that instinctively he had a conviction to purchase silver already, just looking at the times. Instinctively, already compelled within, I need to do this because he's looking at the signs around him of the times. Ladies and gentlemen, you're out there right now, you're looking around at the signs of the times around you. And I know you have an instinctive drive in you to find a solution. And today, I hope that we've helped you to think about the secret tax that you're paying, and you've been avoiding it. You've been not thinking about it because it's attached to pain, but it's when you face it and think about it some more, and then you look at what was presented today with gold and silver, you'll have the ability to build out of this. So let's go ahead and look at the back office. I know some of you want to see some silver. Let's go ahead and scroll through the back office. This is the back office of Quicksilver. When you log in, you're going to see some videos. It's going to explain to you exactly all the details about the pure silver, the bullion coins, everything there is. You could take the challenge. I started myself with the challenge kit also, and I immediately got another challenge kit the next month just because I wanted to accumulate some silver, and I'm excited that I put some coins on my Facebook wall. These are all the people here.
Hey, Freddie, on that point, let me show my challenge kit real quick.
Please do. Let me.
I don't want to. I got like a variety of different stuff here. So this is the challenge kit. I start off with 10 coins right away. I think they have a 16 coin option, but hold on one second. Let me take the top layer off.
Go ahead and lift that up again one more time, please. I just zoomed in on you. Look, ladies, this is a challenge kit here.
The challenge kit. So this is the bottom layer here. This is the coins that are auto wealth delivered. This is a little bit of a different stack I have here. And then I have these as well. Let me put this thing off here. This is another layer that I have.
Nice. Nice.
It's awesome. This is just totally fun. This company is awesome.
Going back to this back office here where Phillip is scrolling at what I like about Quicksilver is that every dollar you spend on something that you already have a convicting drive to do for yourself because of the times, every dollar you're spending goes to feed a hungry child. Look at this, the hungry children, and this is real stuff, guys. This is real stuff. Every dollar you spend goes to feed a hungry child. So let's look at the silver coins really quick before we wrap this up. And this is the back office. These are the featured items, and the featured items here you'll see. I'm going to zoom in my Zoom and focus on it. There it is. We have ounce coins, half ounce coins. This is all silver here, and even though we're called Quicksilver, we also have gold. It's not only silver. There's also gold as well. We're starting off with 24 karat gold full notes for $6.97. Beautiful artwork on it, detailed artwork, and not just silver sheets, but also bullion coins. This is my next focus. There's a Queen Elizabeth gold bullion right there. That's very, very good time to pick one up right now. So, in closing, ladies and gentlemen, wow, look at that. Look at that gold guitar. 0.999 fine gold guitar shape proof coin. You know, what I like about this is that, as John said, this is not a milkshake. This is not a caffeine drink stimulant. This is not a shampoo that grows your hair. This is not a toothpaste that brines your teeth. And trust me, John, I got so many auto ships to home-based businesses. My whole bathroom, everything's full of those things. I love them because they're the best products in the market. But this is not something like that. This is God's money. This is earth-given, God-made, God's money. I mean, literally, I absolutely love the fact that every month I have, you have, we have an auto ship of God's money coming into our house. I don't need, it won't run out by the end of the month. I don't, the bag's empty. I need to get more. No, I still have what I have and I'm accumulating. And in closing, this is the 3 keys to success that we've developed and we've brought together and brainstorm. It's the secret tax that we're not thinking about enough. So every week we're going to be having presentations like this. Next week we'll be doing one, and the week after we're going to be consistent. We're building here. There's an agenda we have to build. And what are we building? Personal development, like what we've learned today. We all learned something new. We're building assets, a portfolio. I never had a silver portfolio. I got a lot of crypto. I have different kinds of crypto portfolios, but now I have silver. John, he got silver. He's got crypto. Philip, he's got crypto. He's got silver as well. And in doing so, all of our friends and family are coming to us, wanting to better their life and personal development, build themselves some assets. So by default, like I said to begin with, we're not even here to sell silver. We're here to expose the secret tax that people aren't thinking about enough. And then as a result of that, people are joining our business. And we're receiving silver for opening eyes. And I can't see any other greater purpose than to close it out like that. Ladies and gentlemen, get back to the person that invited you. Thank you for all the leaders that are watching this. Get back to the person that brought you to this. We will see you on the next one. God bless you. Thanks,
Thank you,
Philip.
guys.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.